guys, welcome to Positively Succulent Planters. So we are going to be making these cool little kits, little planters. I'll show you a few examples here. This one says Belief in Yourself. This one has leaves on it. This one's just a little face with some cool hair as a plant. And this one says Cactus Makes Perfect. So our balloon popped on this one so you can see a little bit of the face there, but this is what you have in your kit. So if you were able to get a kit from the library, you'll have everything you need except for two things, which are some markers. So if you have markers at home, you want to get some Sharpies. They work best, some permanent markers. But other markers would work okay too. Just make sure that when you're drawing, you let them dry. And you're going to need a pair of scissors. But everything else you are going to have in your kit. So we have our flower pot that is going to be wrapped in a paper towel. So it's fragile. Hopefully it made it to you safely. If you don't have a kit, then you can always go to the dollar store and get these items. You can get 3 of these for $1. And then if you wanted to get some fake plants, you could put fake ones in there, or you could even put real plants in there if you want to try and keep them alive. I'm not good at keeping plants alive, but these look real, but they're actually fake. So these are fake little succulent plants. So I'm going to show you how we make these. So you've got your flower pot, a little tiny guy here, and you're going to have a balloon. Mine has a little extra decoration, but your balloon might be any color. And you can always, if you've got other balloons laying around, you can use any balloon you want, but we're just going to stretch it out a little bit. And we're going to take our scissors and we're going to snip the end off because that's going to be way too tight. I'm going to leave a little bit here to wrap up around. I'm just going to cut the end off there. Might need to cut it a little bit. Yeah, we'll have to cut it a little bit closer so we can get it up around the base of our pot. So we'll see if that works. So we're just going to take the end here. We're going to start stretching it. Stretching it. And we need to stretch this big enough. You want to make sure your hole on the end is big enough to wrap around the bottom of your flower pot. So I'm going to cut mine a little bit more. I'm just going to keep slowly trimming. I don't want to cut too much of the balloon off at once. That's why I didn't start right at the top here, but I cut a little bit more off to give myself a wider opening here. It's a balloon, so you know, it stretches. I think I might be able to make that work. Let's see. I'm going to tilt the computer down a little bit here so you can see what I'm doing on the table. Okay, so we've got our balloon. And then you're going to carefully stretch it over your flower pot. You want it fairly tight. And I might need to trim it a little bit more. Works. There we go. So you can stretch it all the way up around, or you can just do part way, depending on the design you want. I prefer to pull them all the way up. That you can make some cool geometric patterns that way. stretch mine all the way up around. Okay. So it takes a little bit to stretch it all the way up around, but it's a balloon, so it's rubber, it's stretchy, and you're going to get something like that. So I'll show you the top here. This is what we're going for, is to have some of the balloon stretch around, because that's going to help hold our plant. So you can put a plant maybe like this one. That one looks nice in there. So your plant is going to look a little bit different. They're all a little bit different, but they'll all work. Now your hole might be big or it might be small. Either way, your plant will cover. This one's really big, but see, when we put our plant in, you can't really see much of it. And you can always do fillers and stuff too. So next is the fun part. We're going to decorate. So you're going to take your Sharpie markers or whatever markers you have, and you can make some cool designs. I think I'm going to do another little face. I really like the face. So to do the face, you just do 2 semicircles. When you are drawing on the balloon, you want to draw kind of lightly because it's rubber and it will stretch as you go. So we've got our 2 semicircles to start, and then we're just going to put a few little lines down for the eyelashes. There's our eyelashes, and we'll give it a little smile down here, like that. And I have a silver Sharpie here. I'm going to give it some cute little cheeks. So just a couple of little circles on either side. And we have our little face. Like I said, you can do any decorations you want. I think this one looks good here. And let's see, there we go. Straighten out the hair here. And we're done. Super easy. So you can make a few of these. You can change out your plants on top. You can change your sayings. It's super easy. You've each got a couple balloons. If it does happen to rip a little bit, it's not too bad. So this one you can see over time started to tear. It's been quite a few places. So I'll give you a couple balloons in case you snip it a little too close or it's not quite the way you want it. And you can play around with your plants too. So send us pictures if you are able to make these. I'd love to see what you guys have done with them. And you can find these guys in the young adult section at the library. So get some positive little vibes going in that area for you guys too. Alright, share what you have with me on our teen Instagram if you haven't found it yet. And I'd love to see what you guys make. Bye.